On a hot summer day, the air was thick with the promise of adventure. Luke, an energetic 8-year-old with a wild imagination, had gathered his friends at the edge of Hollow Creek. The creek was their favorite place, a sanctuary of sorts, where they could escape the mundane and dive into a world of endless possibilities. Luke's best friends, Jenny, Max, and Sarah, were already splashing in the cool water when he arrived. The sun blazed overhead, casting a golden hue over the landscape. As they played, Luke noticed something peculiar sticking out of the mud near the creek's edge. Curiosity piqued, he waded over and tugged at the object until it came free. It was an old, dusty Ouija board. "Guys, look what I found," Luke exclaimed, holding the board up for his friends to see. They gathered around, eyes wide with excitement and a hint of trepidation. They had all heard stories about Ouija boards, tales of ghostly apparitions and eerie messages from the beyond. "Let's take it to the clubhouse," Jenny suggested, her voice trembling with both fear and excitement. The clubhouse was an old, abandoned barn they had claimed as their own. It was the perfect place for secret meetings and mysterious discoveries. Inside the dimly lit barn, the friends gathered in a circle around the Ouija board. The air was thick with anticipation as Luke placed his fingers on the planchette. One by one, his friends followed suit. They began to ask questions, their voices barely above a whisper. "Is anyone here with us?" Luke asked, his heart pounding in his chest. The planchette began to move, slowly at first, then with increasing speed. It spelled out a single word, "Emma." "Who's Emma?" Max asked, his voice shaking. Before anyone could answer, a low, rumbling noise echoed through the barn. The friends froze, their eyes darting around the room. Suddenly, the barn doors burst open, and a massive figure lumbered into the room. It was a hippopotamus, but not just any hippopotamus. This one had an eerie, ghostly glow, and its eyes seemed to pierce through the darkness. "Run!" Sarah screamed, and the friends scattered, their hearts pounding in their chests. They darted through the barn, dodging old crates and broken tools, but the ghostly hippo was always one step behind. It was as if Emma, the supernatural force they had unwittingly unleashed, was toying with them. Luke's mind raced as he tried to think of a way to stop the ghostly hippo. He remembered a story his grandmother had told him about how to appease restless spirits. "We need to find out what Emma wants," he shouted to his friends as they regrouped near the barn's entrance. They gathered around the Ouija board once more, their hands trembling as they placed their fingers on the planchette. "Emma, what do you want?" Luke asked, his voice steady despite the fear gnawing at him. The planchette moved swiftly, spelling out a chilling message, "Find my resting place." The friends exchanged worried glances, but there was no turning back now. They had to find Emma's resting place and put her spirit to rest. They followed the ghostly hippo, who seemed to lead them deeper into the woods, to a secluded spot near the creek. There, hidden beneath a large, ancient tree, they found a small, weathered gravestone. The inscription was barely legible, but it was clear that this was Emma's final resting place. "Emma, we're here," Luke said softly, kneeling beside the gravestone. The ghostly hippo seemed to nod in approval before slowly fading away, its form dissolving into the air like mist. The friends let out a collective sigh of relief, their ordeal finally over. As they made their way back to the barn, the sun began to set, casting a warm, golden glow over the landscape. They had faced their fears and emerged victorious, their bond stronger than ever. And though they would never forget the haunted hippo of Hollow Creek, they knew they had done the right thing by helping Emma find peace. In the end, they learned that sometimes, the scariest adventures are the ones that teach us the most about courage, friendship, and the power of doing what's right.